Gen Z especially, their #1 search engine is TikTok.
People are getting paid this regular salary from a brand to create content. People don't really realize the power of how many companies are searching TikTok for a creator. And it's not always about this person has the biggest following. It's about, does this person look good on camera? Does this person have a clean enough brand where we can have them represent our companies?
So what are the best practices this year for growing your business using TikTok? I'm super excited because in this episode of the Think Media podcast, Keenya Kelly is back on the show, dropping some advanced tips that I'm certain you haven't heard anywhere else, and some new things that you need to know when it comes to getting reach on TikTok, some of the new features, and some cool ways to monetize. So Keenya, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm still loving TikTok, and it's still my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I love it. And it's one of course, on our community, we talk a lot about YouTube, but with YouTube Shorts and the chance to do vertical video, our TikTok official Think Media has been blowing up just as we've repurposed content.
Yes.
And so I'm excited to learn all of these details from you in today's episode. And so you were speaking here yesterday at Social Media Marketing World on some advanced strategies for success on TikTok. We'll go through a couple of them.
Yeah.
But what's new at TikTok first? There's a couple new things like you can now download the video without the watermark.
Yeah, so it's a brand new feature. Most accounts don't have it yet, but they're updating it. But you're able to, once you have a video in drafts and you pull it up on your main screen, in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a little download button. And that means you just hit that, and now you've downloaded your video without the watermark. No more screen recording, no more other apps, and directly from TikTok.
Yeah, that's powerful. And of course, in some cases, creators will use a separate website to pull that down.
Yep.
But this is kind of like Instagram Reels that allows you to build out the TikTok essentially.
Yeah.
And then more easily repurpose it elsewhere.
Yes, for sure.
Maybe not embed the music yet.
Yes, exactly.
Before that.
For sure.
Therefore, then you could connect the music separately on Reels or somewhere else.
And Shorts and Facebook Reels now.
Yeah. So that, because if best practice would be on every platform, connecting the native popular music each time you upload it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's a super cool feature. And also this one blew my mind. Gen Z especially, their #1 search engine is TikTok.
Oh, yes.
So people think Google, AI, ChatGPT might redo search. But in the meantime, like all generations, but especially younger generations, go to TikTok searching for things.
Yes.
So TikTok SEO is a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Indexing videos, longer captions. What are some of these new updates?
Yeah. So it used to be where you could only have 300 characters in your descriptions. Now it's 2,200. But it's not about you creating these very long descriptions, but it's more so about you being very intentional about your keywords. For example, let's just say you're teaching YouTube, right? But your video is about creating a YouTube short. Well, what TikTok wants you to do now is they want you to be very intentional about your SEO keywords. So instead of you just saying YouTube Shorts or whatever, you would say how to create a video on YouTube Shorts. And when you do that, and then you start writing just a few little keywords in the captions, if you do your SEO correctly, TikTok is now like, you're going to see above your video a little search box, and you're not going to search there, but you will see how you did a good job with SEO, because it will say how to create a YouTube short up top. And that lets you know that your video is trending in that particular category when someone goes to search for how to create a YouTube short. Or if you're saying to yourself, how do I make a key lime pie? And if you want someone making key lime pies and you're saying it on screen, like you're literally saying, here's how to create a key lime pie, and then you have the correct things at SEO in your descriptions, your video is going to be the first one they see when they search how to create a key lime pie.
Got it. And so, especially for maybe like a local service provider, they could start thinking about properly doing the metadata around their video so that they could be found in real estate or local region. And how have you noticed your videos are indexing? Exactly what you said. You see that it's TikTok for business or something, and then it starts showing up.
Yep. So I have one of my videos that's trending right now is how to use TikTok Promote. And I have, of course, in my description, how to use TikTok Promote. And what I've noticed is that on that video, I see above the video where TikTok has put up there how to use TikTok Promote. And then when I go to the main search screen and just type in how to use TikTok Promote, I'm one of the top videos that then comes up in the, in all the viral videos.
You know, it's in our community too. We have a course called Video Ranking Academy, and we're just obsessed with the, of course, suggested opportunity of kind of going viral on YouTube, but also just the practical opportunity of search-based content.
Yeah.
And how to is one of the best ways to start videos. How to fill in what you teach, how to compare, a couple different, so using how to is a major strategy on YouTube. This is now relevant.
Now on TikTok. Yeah.
That's powerful. Now, a couple other things that you shared about. One was TikTok live shopping. What's that?
Yeah. So it's in beta form, but basically where it's like, it's kind of like the Home Shopping Network, QVC, where a brand that is a product-based business, they have access to where two things. One, when they post content, let's just say this whole outfit, and I want to advertise this cami or whatever I have on. Well, I am able to put in like my inventory of products in TikTok, and then people are able to purchase whatever items I have in my particular video. But also you're able to do TikTok live streams with your inventory of products there as well. And people never have to leave the TikTok app to make a purchase. And so it's in TikTok's best interest of, one, how do we keep people on the platform? Two, how do we help businesses make money? And if I'm able to buy this shirt without ever leaving TikTok, it's golden for me, for TikTok, and the person that's making the sales.
Wow. And then another thing you shared about was some opportunities in influencer marketing. What's happening there?
So UGC, which is user-generated content, has exploded in 2022, and then now more so in 2023, where not only us as creators, a brand will come to us and ask us to create 15-second video, 1 or 2, but now it's become this like, hey, create 10 videos a month, and people are getting paid like this regular salary from a brand to create content. And so a lot of times brands don't want to create content on TikTok yet because they don't have an in-house person to create vertical video, like to be on face, but they're able to hire a creator, and the creator doesn't have to go to work. They just have to create content for this particular brand, and they're making thousands of dollars through creating content. But as a business, you're able to take this content creator who's already good on camera, looks good on camera, knows how to edit and create these fun videos for your brand, and you're able to take that piece, run it as ads, put it on TikTok and all the different vertical video platforms, and they're able to explode that way.
Are you ready to start or grow your YouTube channel? Do you feel stuck and need help connecting the dots? Join this free web class where you'll learn the step-by-step playbook for YouTube success. We've helped thousands of purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you grow their influence with video. Register today for this exclusive training at thinkmasterclass.com.
So this is a big opportunity. So to break this down for our community, user-generated content is content that maybe is being made anyways. People are talking about your brand.
Yep.
You have some kind of a product. And especially for those that maybe are in e-commerce or thinking about launching a product, besides thinking you have to build your own influence, what you're saying is that because you know how to create content, because you learn how to create vertical videos, brands that have products are now looking to get content creators to make them UGC, to make them product tutorials.
Yep.
And then they're paying them, and they may be posting those on their own account.
Correct.
But then they also would go on the brand's account.
Yes.
So we actually have an interesting number of kind of tool channels, people that do like DeWalt tool and all kinds of different tools. And so it may be something like that, like maybe even DeWalt, as big of a company as they are, they don't have a face or somebody.
Correct.
But they have people that are working for them. So how are these deals coming about? How if somebody was like, man, I would love the opportunity. I know I can make videos and I can be creative and I can be fun, and my own platforms are not very big yet. How are they getting in touch with these brands to make UGC for them in a paid fashion?
Yeah. So the number one way is by creating content on TikTok. People don't really realize the power of how many companies are searching TikTok for a creator. They don't really, it's thousands and thousands of people every day looking for creators on the platform. And mostly it's not necessarily Nike, it's the agency that does marketing for Nike. So they have this person who they are searching, looking for a man or a woman or whatever they're looking for. And it's this creator who they're seeing and it's not always about this person has the biggest following. It's about, does this person look good on camera? Does this person have a clean enough brand where we can have them represent our company? So first, creating content on TikTok. But the second most powerful way is having your profile in these influencer marketing agencies database. So there's thousands of companies that do influencer marketing, and me on a regular basis, I do a couple things. One, I'm always on Google typing in influencer marketing agencies, and if a new one pops up, I go to their website, I click on influencer, and I just set up a profile where it's me, it's my account, it's what I do, yada yada yada, and then it's in there. And what ends up happening is that this agency then has this company that wants to work with them, and they are looking for a person like me, and they're able to do a filter search in their database. They find me and then they contact me. So like it's work of like finding all these agencies and putting up your profile, but I've made almost $150,000 doing it that way, just having my profile set up.
Wow, that's powerful strategy. And next up is people ask the question, what type of content should I create on TikTok? And what are some of the opportunities there?
So I say three things. One is micro-learning, and it's basically where micro-learning is giving people one piece of advice or tip or what have you versus everything. Like I'm a business coach, and so I could talk about that for hours and hours and hours, but people don't have hours to spend to listen to me. So I just take one topic and I talk about it for about 45 seconds. That's called micro-learning, where people are able to take one thing, learn one thing and say, wow, that was really good. I can apply that to ABC, whatever. And then now they want to watch the next thing and the next thing. The second thing is I call it, product teasers. And I had this, a scenario about what's happening with Chipotle. And basically, this is where like you have this particular product and you're not necessarily saying, go and buy this thing. You're just showcasing it. So like there's one brand, they have like skincare, and they're always showing these girls just showing their skincare routine. They never say, go buy this, but now you want this strawberry thing that's going to make my skin look like X, Y, and Z. But like with Chipotle, they had there's a creator named is Keith Lee. Everybody on TikTok loves Keith Lee, and Keith is a food reviewer. He just in Vegas, he just reviews food. And what happened was like somebody on TikTok was talking about how they go to Chipotle, they get a quesadilla, but they put steak in it and they put fajitas in it. And Keith always goes places, comes on and says, I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna rate it 1 through 10. He always does that. And so he's on screen and he is trying this quesadilla. We don't know how good it is. And we know when it's good because Keith does this whole like a pause screen, and he just keeps eating, and he tells everybody to go to Chipotle and get this thing. So it explodes for Chipotle. They're like, what is going on? And so they contact Keith Lee and the girl he learned about it from. And then there is a product teaser video with him in his car with the girl. And they're saying, hey, Chipotle is changing their menu. It's coming in March. They don't say go buy it. They just say it's coming. So millions of people, when that thing launched on the app, went to Chipotle. And Chipotle didn't have a commercial about it. It was TikTok.
Wow. That's powerful. It speaks to the influence and speaks to taking something you're passionate about and being creative and trying food and what it can lead to if you punch fear in the face and get out there and start creating content.
Exactly.
And so that is amazing. As we land the plane, if someone's thinking, they see what you're doing, they look around, there's a lot of people crushing it. And one nugget that's interesting that's kind of happening in this moment as we're talking, we just talked about this off camera. We're here at Social Media Marketing World, and many people that have been coming on the show have just gotten started since 2020. Of course, that was the pandemic, and it reminds me of a study from Adobe that said 165 million people joined the creator economy since 2020. It was such a disruptive event. People were locked down, some people just started making content. But what was wild was to see the maturity of it now in 2023, that we're talking about people who, quit their corporate job and went full-time in 10 months. But I know that sometimes that could be discouraging because someone's like, well, I've been going 2 years and there's different paces and different niches and different topics. But nevertheless, it's been shocking how many people I've met here that have just got in the game, not 10 years ago, not 5 years ago, but literally just in the last few years. So it's not too late to start, but I'm curious for you coach so many different people that I'm sure they have all kinds of imposter syndrome, negative self-talk. It's really easy to talk yourself out of pressing record.
Yeah.
Is it even worth starting? And so what advice would you give somebody that's starting this year?
So the first thing I would tell a person is to ask yourself, why do you have fear around it, right? Because no matter what we say, you're still going to get on camera until you know why you have fear around it. But once you identify what that is, then what you also want to ask yourself is what will be your goal? Like, is it because you want to quit your job? Is it because you really want to be an influencer, or you really want to start this business? And then once you kind of know like what the fear is and what you want to do, then I would advise you to then I always tell my clients, just start recording content and don't hit post initially. Just get comfortable, just standing there with this phone in your face, doing vertical video of just recording, and then just doing it and doing it and doing it. Then I always tell a person to send it to a trusted friend who loves you, who can give you feedback, who can also encourage you. But then also just it's kind of like FOMO, take a look at somebody who you saw when they first got started and here's where you are right now. And then tell yourself, what if I would have started back then? Okay, there was that. But what if I start right now? What could happen for me if I I'm just going to hit a post on this and I'm going to keep doing this, even though I built fear, even though how I look or sound on camera, but I'm looking at look at them and I can do it too. You know, it's going to take a lot of courage. You're going to feel cringy. You're going to do all the things about yourself. But every single person that first started never said that they were awesome. I'm great on camera. No one felt that way.
Yeah, that's such great advice. And thank you so much for sharing your wisdom today. Can you, if people want to connect with you, where are you at? Shout out your stuff and what are you working on right now?
Yeah, so I am on KenyaKelly.com. I'm Keenya Kelly on TikTok and Instagram. The number one thing we are focused on right now is managing accounts on TikTok. So for 3 years, people have asked us to manage their accounts. And so now we're now offering that service. And you can find all that on KenyaKelly.com.
Awesome. We'll link it up in the show notes. Thanks for being a part of this episode of the Think Media Podcast.